What's up, y'all? This is John Farmer from the One Carolina Show, reporting to you live from the hood of my square body GMC. But that's not what's important. What's important right now is this. Figured I'd get outside today, outside of the studio, do something a little bit different, a little bit unconventional in reporting. I saw something, and I thought this was so interesting. So Garrett Wilson was on Twitter, X, as you formerly call it now, responding to something that Bland, shout out to Bland, a really, really dope content creator in the Panther space, posted about, hey, Bryce Young might be better than we thought. Garrett Wilson comes out and responds, he is. Now, here's what's significant about him saying that. He wasn't tagged. This was just in the algorithm for him. What does that tell you? He been watching. Now, here's something else that we also talked about in this live from Sunday, and I've seen a few other people say this. It was important. I understand that people care about draft position because draft position is important, right? But we've drafted some pretty high-level players where we're drafting right now. As a matter of fact, the only Pro Bowler that we have on this team at this present moment was drafted 8th overall, right? So there's going to be value picks there. There's a lot of valuable positions of need that we have specifically, but the one that's most important that we've locked up that, oddly enough, when you go on any of the mock draft simulators, still shows us a position of need is quarterback. But what Bryce has done is unmatched for what we have had for Panther quarterbacks in the last 7 years. So it's his job, right? All this does is confirm that. Why? Because winning that last game done more for not just the confidence of these players on this team, but it done incredible work for recruiting. Man, please believe it. You can see it right now. Garrett Wilson is seeing what's happening. He's disgruntled in New York. Who knows if he'll be traded? Who knows if we have what it takes to trade him? But the larger point is that other people see what many of us have already been talking about and we've seen. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. When's the last time that we have been in this position and not the position of looking for the next guy, trying to trade for a retread or draft someone in the 3rd round? No disrespect to any of those other guys, because 2 of those guys have been very successful. And in my opinion, one of those guys in Matt Corral didn't really get a fair shake. But we finally got it figured out. And this is the result. So when you put up the kind of numbers and the team effort that you saw this past Sunday, other people notice. I would love to see that brother show up and be in process blue next year, because that would sure up the #1 receiver position and even help other people develop at the same time. Man, this is a beautiful time, y'all. The algorithm is jumping, right? But I'll tell you this. This is one of those things to me that's validation. It's vindication, right? Now, Bryce ain't gonna come out and say none of that, right? And even for some of the content creators like myself, I don't want to bask in that. No, I'm lying. I do. Because I sat and listened for so long. People telling me, oh, he ain't it, all this other kind of stuff. Look, you ain't got to hear it from me. Go hear it from the experts. And you know what? It's going to be more coming. It's going to be a long off season. It's a beautiful off season for us. You see the weather outside, man? Beautiful weather out here, baby. But for some of y'all, it's going to be a long one. Hey, keep pounding.